Hello everyone, driving physics in Star Citizen. In year 11, ships' vehicles don't have any mass simulations, you have the mass of an empty paper bag, and your vehicles are behaving like rubber balls landing on the roof, and then you have a self-upright mechanism. Yeah, like an arcade game. You can stop your vehicle casually on an 80-degree slope. You can even drive reverse, doesn't matter. Your vehicle is glued to the ground. Why do I make this video now? Well, recently I made a video about driving physics in year 11, and then I remembered there was a CIG video I thought like maybe 1 year ago, but it's now more than 2 years ago, so I think it's a good idea to take a look into this again. Here we have a ballista on a 1G planet, and look at this. No mass. It's like a rubber ball. And again. And again. Here we have a cyclone. You only need one wheel to touch the ground and you can float perfectly up in the air. To make this perfectly clear, no one is asking for perfect driving physics or driving physics we have in racing games like iRacing or ACC, just driving physics that look alright at first glance. Let's take a look at CIG's video.
I've been a fan of both planes and spaceships and cars equally for years. It's definitely something that I'm invested in and I really want to make it good and everything. My background is physics, and so spaceship physics or ground vehicle physics, it's all physics to me. It's excellent and it's a lot of fun.
Pause. I have nothing against you, David, and please don't take this as a personal assault. I think you are a very nice guy and it's a lot of fun to hang out with you. I'm only talking about what you are doing in Star Citizen, and for me you are the one who botched hover mode, who botched 3.5 new flight model, who botched every other flight model, and who botched 3.16 Graph-Left rework. In my opinion, John Pritchard really has a very good understanding of game physics. Unfortunately, he had to leave CIG in 2018, and you are not on the level of a John Pritchard. I'm really sorry. Again, I have nothing against you personally. I'm only talking about what I can see in the game. What CIG is showing us here looks very good, but this is now more than 2 years old and still not in the game. There are lots of examples of nice videos with very interesting things to come that are not in the game 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years later. Here are some curves, how tires behave, which I find very interesting, but I'm more interested when we can see it in the game.
The tire model that we're using right now works fine, but it's a little bit too arcadey, and we want to explore moving into a more physical-based one.
So each of the ground vehicles all are like wildly different ground vehicles, right? Having more flexibility over how you can tune the vehicles and a more physically accurate way to tune the vehicles will result in a more believable experience that is easier for us to achieve. And as a result, it's kind of pushed us to improve the system. So the result for the player is that you will see more vehicles that are behaving in the way that you expect. They sort of interact with the terrain much more correctly. You can slide them and also have periods of grip and so on. That is what you expect.
Pause. I couldn't agree more, David. Just give us driving physics that look alright at first glance, make vehicles behave like we expect, and have some very basic mass simulation. The devs also talked about new UI for ground vehicles. For example, right now you don't have self-status on ground vehicles, and you cannot see the status of your power plant, which I find really strange because you can see coolers and shield generator. And we will get a compass. Yeah, this game really needs some kind of navigation, some kind of grid system, maybe some kind of GPS. CIG's video is now more than 2 years old. I'm sure I will make a 3 and 4 years later video. I hope I don't have to make a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years later video, but we don't know when we'll get the new driving physics. I am looking very forward testing new driving physics when we get them. I hope you found this interesting and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
Takeoff complete. Landing complete. Takeoff complete.
Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter. My Twitter account is Camural_SC.